Uh, Today's gonna be a fun game, I hope. It's gonna be Slay the Princess. I've been looking forward to this game. So, why don't we just jump right into it? Yeah, make sure to check out the content warnings and whatever. This is gonna be a pretty heavy game from what I can tell. And, yeah, flickering images, so let's hope my motion sickness doesn't get the better of me. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. From what I know of this game, I find that hard to believe. Let's see. Preferences. Control. I'll figure this out on the fly. It doesn't matter. Let's start the game now, I guess. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ooh.
And at the end of that path
Shifty.
is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Sounds festive. Oh, lots of choices. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Sounds fake, but okay. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Aww. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked
While I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Ah, sounds fun.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
And where's your proof?
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Ah, that's a mean egg.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do I get some kind of reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Now that sounds like a lie. Let's see, what do I want to do? Sweet, I'm gonna go with this one, I have to. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch, viva la revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Split personality. Just... Let's see.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, but do I really? I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement. Oh, the little cursor's
The door
holding
to
a
the
knife
basement
now.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Or freeing her. I could just free her.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
I mean, she's
You walk
chained
down
up,
the
isn't
stairs
she?
And lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Huh. I haven't decided yet. Ah. It wasn't a
I know.
joke.
You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
Why?
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare.
I could.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Nah.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Now that isn't very convincing.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Is she really trying to convince us not to kill her because she ain't doing a pretty good job?
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she can kill us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade or slay the princess? You know what? Let's go bold for the first playthrough. Let's kill her.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Ooh, the cursor is bloody now.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Oh?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course not. That was way too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that.
Now, why is that?
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question?
Oh?
Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Maybe I should have left.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Fair enough. I mean, we did kill her.
See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Fun. Oh?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Is it repeating?
You're here to
This is gonna be
slay her.
interesting. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going
Huh?
to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Stabbed to death?
A new
You don't have to
voice.
worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
You know what?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Yeah, sure. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean,
We mostly listened to you. How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her.
we did.
Congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Is this gonna be another thing where I go on a murderous rampage like in Space with Markiplier, and then all of a sudden, oh no, everyone actually knew what was happening all along? I've just killed multiple versions of people.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
I think this round I might free her. Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
Who locked her up in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and
Who?
I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I think you're undercomplicating it. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Sounds fake, but okay.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
If anyone's special here, it's her. Last I checked, we can't get up from a knife in the chest.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
And how would more information do that?
You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though.
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
All she did last time around was stab me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
She just can. But she's still only a princess. You're fully up to the task you've been given, so long as you remember that.
We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Oh, and don't get stabbed while you're at it.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I could just turn around and leave.
And away we go. Good call.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Some of these are pretty funny. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Oh joy. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I'm just
Fine.
walking.
You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. Everything is getting...
Oh? Is this the world ending?
What's going on? Where are we? That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
Huh? The world around me is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Oh? Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers draw claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It needs something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Do I wake up? Or do I embrace the thoughts constricting? I'm gonna wake up. It is not a nightmare. Interesting. Denial. Return your...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
Oh.
path is a cabin.
That was
And in
interesting.
the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What if I just do that again? Oh, it's right back to like the beginning of stuff. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I mean,
Maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Oh. Thank you for the follow, Shadowed Winds. Yeah, I'm just playing Slay the Princess. If you're sensitive to any sort of triggers or whatever, make sure to check out the content warnings of the game. Let me just... no thank you. Very kind of you to offer, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue with the game now. Let's proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You know, I'm just gonna go right for the kill this time.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I'm just gonna continue down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason.
I'm just gonna do all this the right way this time.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Mayhaps. You know, I'm just gonna say nothing. Nuh-uh.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
I had to choose the nuh-uh option. I just had to.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands
You step forward. Your grip on...
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason. So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed.
Yeah.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Oh, oops.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
I guess I should have just gone right through.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Excuse me?
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Oh, what am I? I've noticed this before, but those claws.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Probably not.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Blunt.
You're
The
on a
adversary.
path in the woods, and you're here to slay her. I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Liar.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe you know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Oh, a new voice. The stubborn.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Yeah, Gurgi321, it seems like a pretty fun game so far. I've been enjoying it. Yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's quite interesting with what's happening so far. I can't wait to see if we figure out what's, actually happening.
Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I do enjoy a good story game.
The cabin is tighter
Oh?
than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls
This
press
is
in,
different.
as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The interior is different.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
I'm not too sure about that.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Oh, stop bickering and just get on with it. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
Which one do I choose? I don't care about I care about whether I'm being lied to or I care. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. You know what? I have to choose this one.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us?
Oh, hello, monkey plastic. Come on.
I'm not lying to you. use your eyes, there is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless?
I
What
don't
good would it
know.
even
Why
do?
would you? Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I
Oh?
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a
What
second
am
ago.
I?
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Yeah, Twitch notifs can be pretty crazy. I'm gonna take the blade. I'm gonna go
Take
right
the
in for the
blade from
kill
the
this
altar.
time.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Oh yeah, remember this is a pretty content-heavy, like a trigger warning heavy game, so be sure to check out the content warnings.
Its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
So this one run through is pretty different, huh?
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I'm tempted to let her live this time. Oh?
The form of the princess comes into view.
Yeah, really different.
A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Huh.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
You know what? Hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time, but it definitely happened.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does.
I didn't
seem
mention that
like
this
you
run
and the
through.
princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Tragic. That sounds like a you problem. So many good options. I'm gonna go for this one. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
I'm torn. I'm torn between the two. Attack.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go.
Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you?
Nope.
That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to...
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Trigger heart head on.
Plan, then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your weapon tightly lodged in the bone
I
of her
knew
arm.
that probably wasn't smart.
She grins at you from behind her guard.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Different angle.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon.
Fun.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation, each impact threatening to be the last.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Well, time to die.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
I don't know about that, lady.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter.
Sounds festive.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The eye of the needle.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Oh, now the path has changed as well.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
Oh, and another new voice, the hunted.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
Oh. My tea's cold.
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping?
I'm...
Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Mm-hmm. I'm tempted to let her live this time.
Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that.
There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
Let's see. Let's go with
It's
this
evidence
one.
of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
Fun. What if I don't agree with the plan?
You're the chooser. The best we can do is advise. But we can help if you let us. These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
Yeah. Answers will be at the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
The exterior of the cabin still hasn't changed.
No last advice for us? No words of warning? What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now.
I could use a little catharsis.
Fair enough.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
Proceed.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So it seems he keeps on comprehending all the other changes, but not the mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See, we have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. The only space is out there.
Take it.
Damn mirror's back.
Maybe it'll go away again. For something to go away, it would have to be there to begin with. Let me assure you, there's no mirror here. The only thing at the end of the room is the door to the basement. No use arguing. Mirror or not, we need to be there. The why we pick doesn't matter.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Sounds smashing. Take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Knife.
Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there. It's right in front of you.
This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Let's wipe it clean again.
Reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised?
It was
Of
in our
course.
way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
Of course that would happen.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Or fight fiercer. I know you can get out of here on your own.
But that wouldn't be fun. I don't want to be a monster chasing you down. I want to face you head on. I want an equal. It's so much better that way.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
Continue to the basement.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. Remember every crack and crevice. You'll need to be faster than her.
I don't think I'm gonna goad her
Turn
out.
to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling! Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
Nah.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Nah. Want to know what happened? You'll have to come get me. We need some more space. Why do you insist on fighting to the death? Need some more space. Nah. What happened?
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Run.
I suppose I'll
Without
run.
hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rapid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
No, thank you. I'd prefer you leave me alone, pretty please.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
Killed in the
That's all
tunnel.
this for. What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass.
Let's go.
Back at the as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
I
There's nothing left
suppose.
to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Slay the princess.
You leap from the grass and bound towards the princess, keeping low.
Charging me head on? Brave and foolish.
Her body braces for impact, anticipating the clash. That's where you're both wrong. Left, now! As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly.
Oh, already blood on the blade. There it
Before
is.
you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned. We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
Don't get too cocky.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
She sounds just a tad bit insane. You know, just a tad.
The other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. More. Keep going. We can't stop now. You spy an opening. She's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground.
Dead again. Yeah, just a tad. Just a little bit.
Nothing.
Just a little bit.
Nothing to us. But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong.
And? Then what happens?
Oh? But you do not have the chance to respond. Something has taken her away and it's left something else in her place. It's the mirror.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended? It hasn't ended. We're still here.
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
I don't think I have a choice.
The thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Oh, is this the end of the game? I'm calling it. I'm the princess. Nah, let's see what happens. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. What is you? You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Why does she look kind of derpy? You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
You aren't that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, are you? I thought that was a dream. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what's trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? What happens now? Attack the entity, destroy your body. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm just a little guy. Solitary lights.
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
You're that thing I met out in space, in the woods.
Vague recollections. Empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do
There goes
not
my dice.
harm her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair enough. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Were you always the princess? Or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill ya?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
How many more pieces?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Sent to slay the princess, stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
I just have to choose all the
to
options. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help ya?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And if I don't let ya?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Just. A tunneling vessel. Bring the eye of the needle to her.
You're on a path in the woods. And at
I
the
thought
end
that
of
would be the
path
end.
is a cabin. You're here to slay.
Is this just gonna go on forever? Silently continue to the cabin.
You
I'm
make your
gonna let
way
her
up
live
the
this
short
time.
path to the cabin. A warning: she will lie.
Was that supposed to be the end, or is it just gonna continue looping? I don't know.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is a blade is your implement.
Enter the basement. No blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a stair. Her voice softly.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Well, that's a bit ironic.
Don't let it fool you. It's
Not
all
the end.
part
Okay,
of
thanks.
manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
I'm gonna try to let her live this time.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Let's see what
Walk up
happens.
to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I don't know. Maybe. You have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Just
She
gonna.
offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could
Just
finally be.
Slice and dice?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, fun. Maybe I should have grabbed the knife.
Is someone else here?
Hey,
Your
let me out of
shouts
here.
and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Well, I know she at least has a knife on her. Try
You
the door.
but it's locked from the outside.
Return to the bottom of the
You
stairs.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Oopsie daisy.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's
Yep.
a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Oh.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Okay then.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
That would be the knife.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna free her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Interesting.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's go. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, as the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I'll warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Come on, let me save the princess.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
I'm about to be killed, aren't I?
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm just in a silly,
Sorry.
goofy mood.
I'll try to be quick.
Oops.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Sounds fun.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
How come this is taking so long, but the other time she's tried to kill us, it didn't?
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Oh yeah, she definitely is. She's very pretty, and she very incompetently stabs someone.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh,
as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Festive.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Yeah, she's definitely got a completely different personality, I guess. Her personality reacts to your own choices.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Oh, a new
If we're going to
voice.
save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
The Smitten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
What sort of theater kid rambling is this?
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I swear the Smitten's about to just go all, to be or not to be, that is the question. Smitten is relatable AF.
The interior of the cabin is
Okay,
clean
sure.
and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table.
Oh, just a second,
with
let me
pristine
mute.
blade perched on its edge.
Alright, I'm back. It was just my aunt telling me supper's ready. We'll see how much longer this goes on and whether or not I pause and play it again later at a different day or follow this through. Do you guys know how much longer this is? At least to finish through this run at least. Let's see, interior.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's see. I'll ignore the mirror since that's never given us anything. Enter the basement. You know what? I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
1/4 done. Yeah, I'll just finish this loop and then I'll end stream and play this another day, since this is a fairly fun game.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
I'll approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall.
Hey, what are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
And I'll just start ignoring the mirror.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Enter the basement. A feather. Out of place.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I like how the environment also changes quite a bit depending on what you're doing. Ooh, I wonder if the run changes if you just leave every time. I wonder if there's progress in that.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Self-voicing enabled. Self-voicing disabled.
Oops. I meant to press space, I pressed V.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Okay, Smitten might actually be a fool.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Okay, Disney Prince.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Yep.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Nope.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind
I
you.
guess this really is kind of like In Space with Markiplier. My past decisions have consequences. But in my defense for In Space with Markiplier, I was in a silly, goofy mood. And I didn't know those people were actually dying.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yeah, I was in a silly, goofy mood. I'm sure that's a valid defense, okay?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been.
Besides, where's
I
the
shan't
proof that
let
she
anyone
actually ended a
convince us
world?
otherwise.
Wait, if we're in the basement, how the fuck is there a window?
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
My job is to free the princess. Killed me, why'd you do that? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? Sure about what happened last time, the narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Nah.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I don't know.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Horrid little voice. I have to cut you out again. I really didn't care for it last time.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Just a tad.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Nah. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't
Maybe.
that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, it wasn't. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Okay.
She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I'm not so sure.
I'm gonna free her anyway. Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
Oh no.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh.
You wouldn't.
I mean...
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly...
You didn't have to
slide her
take the
hand
knife.
through her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
How are we gonna die this
I can't
time?
believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
See how we die horribly this time.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Well, she's certainly
Sure
pretty.
you want to do this. Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who
She's
has
gonna say
never
end the
felt
world, isn't
love
she?
in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
She's gonna end the world, isn't she?
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Yeah, she's cute, but she's kind of weird. Let's leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
She's gonna suddenly kill us, isn't
I
she?
like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess
Fall down the stairs?
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face, and the lock clicks.
Whoopsie daisy.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
I mean, we got a knife. We could chisel our way through the door.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Like a pair
Oh,
of
even her,
teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Even like the color of her subtitles changes. Last one it was red and now it's pink.
And lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Through the power
The
of
princess
true
Victoria
love.
upstairs, her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside. Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh no.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh.
Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
No. Oh, where did my princess go? Well, you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
And for you, not for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
You know what the Smitten is reminding me of? You know the Sanders sides? Vaguely remember. Just the flamboyantness is vaguely reminding me of Princey. Just a tad. I really need to stop using just a tad. Let's approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Patient being, how much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
This is all done. What do you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Huh. I see. Being kinder. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I'm tempted to do one of the... Ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
And with that,
And at the end of that path
let me
is
just
a cabin.
save. There we go. I think that'll be about it. Let me just check to see if there's anyone I'd like to raid. Oh. There are 2 people I could raid 5 up. Oh, thank you for following me, Gurgi321. That's very nice of you. What would you guys rather see? There's not 5 up playing League of Legends, or Teeny Tanuki playing Persona 5 Royale. Do you guys have any preference? Yeah, any preference? I think I'll start the raid on... fair enough. I might as well raid just to raid then. Genie has less viewers, let's raid them. Have a nice day!